everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. I got a couple fun trays to do for you today. I'm excited to do these for you. So this one, what did they call it? There's a name for it, like a wave tray or something. I don't know, but it'll be listed in the description box. But it would technically go this way. So you see it has all these these ridges. I guess they kind of look like waves. I think that's what it was called. Anyway, there's that one. And then this is an irregular tray that we're going to be doing. So this one we're going to do in 4 colors. We're going to use by Laura's Art Corner Pink Rose Shimmer, which looks like that. Very pretty and shimmery. Also from Laura's Art Corner is the Cherry Blossom, which is a light pink. So those two together, along with bright purple from Let's Resin. I hope I have enough. I think I do. But anyways, that color. And then also Octopus Ink's Fuchsia. So those are the 4 colors we're going to be using for this tray. Then for this tray, we're also using 4 colors. From Dianka Pours, we've got Slate Blue, Deep Water Current, and Elemental. And then we're using Octopus Ink in Jeans. So those are our colors. We will start with this pour. I'm going to mix up my resin separately just because it's easier on me. But that's okay. I won't put you through the whole thing twice or whatever. And I am filming this on July 3rd, the day before the 4th of July here in America. And so to all my US friends, happy 4th of July. I got my nails done in honor. I have a Band-Aid here. But what do you think? I got some little stars and some little polka dots. So yeah, I got those done today. So I thought those were fun. But so you'll be seeing them for a couple weeks, even though it'll be past the 4th of July. That's okay. I'll remain patriotic. How about that? I was a little late. I was just been so busy and I've been needing to get them done. And I was just glad she could come over today and get them done for me. So yeah. So, okay, I am going to be using, you know what? Oh, I wonder if I have enough. I'm going to try to use Bondcrafter. Hopefully I have enough. And I'll be using my mini mixer, which is on the charger, so I have to go grab that. But that's what I'll be using today for this wave tray. So let me get the resin going, and then we'll be back and we'll dissolve the mica powders. Okay, we've got the resin going, so let's go ahead and get our micas ready. We'll start with this pink rose shimmer. I'm gonna put some in my cup. I'm gonna have about 3 ounces of each color because I'm making up 12. I decided to make up 12 ounces. I think the tray isn't going to take 12 ounces, but I'm hoping I have extra because I'd like to make some extras. That's always so much fun. So I'm hoping we have extra. Okay, huge thundering going on. If you can hear that, there's big storms rolling through right now. I'm a little nervous, but I am in the basement. That's where my art studio is, so I'm safe. I'm just hoping there's no tornadoes. I'm hoping it's just thunderstorms, and hopefully yeah, I knew I would only have enough for this. That's okay. And hopefully my electricity does not go out. Yeah, that's going to have to do because that's all I have in there. All right, and then what I'm going to do is take a little bit of alcohol, squirt it in there just enough to dissolve it. So squeeze a little bit in there. By the way, this is a chef's sauce bottle off Amazon. Very inexpensive, and it comes in really handy for this. There we go. All right, and then I like to stir it and just really make sure it gets all dissolved and if there's any on the sides. So I like to do that. And then if you're new, what this does, we're dissolving the mica powder so that when I pour, the 3 ounces of resin in the cup, and then I stir the resin, I will not have any unmixed mica powder. So that's the reason for this. It's just a little tip. You don't have to do it this way. But once I started doing it this way, I love it. It's just easier for me and keeps keeps it mixed really well. All right, and then of course we've got our alcohol ink, which we'll put in our cup after I put the resin in here. So we'll be back. I'm gonna pour this, get it in the bubble remover, then we'll be back and we'll pour the alcohol ink in our resin. Okay, we've got the micas in the bubble remover, and so now I'm gonna add the fuchsia octopus alcohol ink in our clear resin here. Whoopsie, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. It's a guess. I think I did around 10 drops. Let's see. I'll show it to you in just one quick second here. Just want to get it mixed really well. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can kind of see it. I do want it a little bit darker. That should be good. All right, let's get this mixed around. And then I think what I want to do is I'm going to add a little bit of crushed crystal to it also, just for some extra sparkle. Because we love sparkle, don't we? Or I do anyway. That looks good. Let me just do this and reincorporate. There's some alcohol on my stick. There we go. Hopefully you can kind of see it. I know it's on a purple stick. But yeah, I think it looks pretty. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep that in there. I'm going to grab the crushed crystal. I don't want a lot. I just want enough to add some sparkle. So about that much. Now let's incorporate this really good. Yeah, that's going to be pretty. Beautiful. Okay, now I can take my stick out. And then once the mica is done, I will put this through the bubble remover and then we'll be back to pour. Okay, we are ready to pour. So this is that pink, oh gosh, what is it called? Pink rose shimmer, sorry. Cherry blossom, the deep purple from Let's Resin, and then our beautiful fuchsia alcohol ink with crushed crystal. All right, so this should be really a very easy pour. I don't want to puddle pour it because I don't want it to, anyway, you know what? I think I'm going to have to dirty pour it. I think that's what we're going to do. So I already sprayed it, but that's okay. So let's start with the alcohol ink. And then the purple. And then how about the cherry blossom? And then finally, whatever this one was called again, the shimmer, the pink rose shimmer, I think it was called. We'll put in some more alcohol ink. Some more purple. I hope you can see what I'm doing because I'm really concentrating. All right, let me set these aside and out of the way. Oh, great. I already spilled. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn this. There's something in my mold. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, ready? Ooh, beautiful. There's all my alcohol ink. Okay, before I scrape that out, I'm going to finish pouring it. It's looking pretty, huh? All right, let's use some more of our cherry, or I'm sorry, rose shimmer. Pink rose shimmer. Maybe some more of the alcohol ink. Get that in there. Boy, this is taking more than I thought. Good thing I made up 12 ounces. I was thinking this would only take like 8. I never know. Okay, that was our cherry blossom. I'm just kind of getting eye level, taking a look here. This is our purple, the Let's Resin purple color. Yeah, I'm thinking, wow. Yeah, we got scrapings. We've got maybe a ½ ounce and a half. So that took like 11 ounces probably, close to 10 to 11 ounces. Okay, I guess we won't have extras, not many anyway. Let's see here. Let's see if we have enough. Oh my gosh, of course my mold is dirty on top. Shame on you, Mary Beth. As long as it's not dirty inside. I'll have to take tape to that when I demold it. Let me spray this from kind of high up. See if I can get those bubbles. Okay. And let me move that a little bit. Oh, there is something in the mold. Okay, got it. All right. Let me spray this. And we will add some of our alcohol ink. Some of the rose shimmer. Ooh, pretty. Let's see if we can get some of this purple out. Okay, oopsie daisy. All right, I'm gonna take my dotting tool. I know this 3D butterfly, you wanna get down into these pokey, the corners. That's what I'm trying to say. And it is 3D, so there's a lot going on in there. So it's good to kind of poke around in there. Oh, I think there's a hole in my mold. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that. I don't see any resin coming out of it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I wonder if I can fill it up more. Oh my word. Wouldn't you know? Well, we're gonna try. Oh gosh. So far, it's doing okay. This is definitely probably the last time I can mold this one. I'll have to get another one. I just got it off of Amazon. And I'm sure it's my fault from poking too hard with my pokey tool. I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking anyways. And I don't think it happened now. I think it was there. It must have happened before. Who knows? Okay, it is full now. All right. Let's see. I'm just looking at what else. Maybe this butterfly. We'll do a couple butterflies today. Hopefully you can see that as well. Again, I've got some alcohol ink left. These don't take much at all. Yeah, there, that one's full. And we'll do a flower. Uh-oh. Let me focus on this. Looks like it's kind of trying to go over on this side. Are we okay? I think that's the mold because my table is completely level. I checked before. I'm going to put my stick under there. That'll help. Okay. All right, now let's, oh, wow. Okay. All right, let's do this flower, and I think this will be it, and the rest can go in my drip mold. Because we're getting down to the wire, and it's getting very thick. There's that one. Let's use some of the purple. Well, do we have any purple left? A little bit. Not much. It is amazing how much you can get from scraping, though. It always amazes me. Okay, that one's gone. All right. Now this one, I think we'll fill it up, hopefully. Oh, my butterfly, my 3D butterfly is overflowing now. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm having all kinds of issues. Let me just do this. There we go. Much better. Definitely will need to take tape to these before I demold. I hope I remember. I always forget. Does anybody else forget? It's so much easier to do it before you demold. Okay. All right, we're going to let these sit for a while, and then I'll mix up the resin for the other tray, and we'll be back to pour that. Okay, we are ready to pour this tray. So we've got, this is called Elemental. This is the slate blue. This is the, hold on, I just went blank. Oh, Deep Water Current. That's what it's called. No, I apologize. This is the Deep Water Current. This is the alcohol ink with crushed crystal, the Jeans alcohol ink. Okay, I was confused for a moment. There we go, we got it. All right, so again, I'm going to do a dirty pour. So let's get that ready. I made 10 ounces. I'm hoping for the best here. Let's hope it's enough. I really, really hope so. Okay, and then we'll do the alcohol ink. That's so pretty. I think I'm going to finish on the alcohol ink, so I'll skip one here just because I want that to go in first, if possible. Ooh, okay, we're getting full. All right. Let me get my mold ready. Oh, that's looking kind of cool in the cup, isn't it? I better hurry. My resin's really warm. Let's just make sure we got alcohol everywhere. Okay, are we ready? Ooh, come on, alcohol ink. I want you to come out. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, now let me take my dotting tool. It's a little full for me to be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway, the best I can. Just go around my edges here. Pretty. Look at that color palette. Wow. That is gorgeous. Okay, let me scrape out the dirty pour cup first, because I want to get that in here. Ooh, that deep water current with the elementals really beautiful. That's the purple color with that deep water, like the bluish, dark blue color. Very pretty. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's add some more of the slate blue. Oopsie. Let me clean this up. Oh, I think we're getting really full. Okay. Oh, man. On my gloves everywhere. I feel like, and again, my table is level, so I don't know if it's the mold, but again, I feel like this side needs to be propped up a little bit. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Can we do this? There we go. Are we good? It's pretty full, but I don't feel like it's domed. Let's put a little bit more alcohol ink. Okay, now I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, okay. There we go. Let's see. We've got, so I only made, thank God I only made 10 ounces. I got maybe a half an ounce of the alcohol ink, half an ounce of, yeah, half an ounce of the elemental, close to an ounce of the deep water, maybe half an ounce. So 1, 2, maybe 2.5 ounces, roughly. Let's see. Let's do our turtle. I think this would be really pretty colors for the turtle. Oh my gosh, can I even slide this? Oh, look, I can. Okay, can we see the turtle? Okay, good deal. All right, I'm going to start with some alcohol ink. Get some of that down in here. Okay. Oh. Let's do some of the slate blue. And this is the deep water current. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Some of the purple. Okay. I think I'm going to take my dotting tool. I want to kind of swirl a little bit. I don't know if that'll do anything or not down on the front side, but we'll try. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's do some more alcohol ink. Ooh, getting thick. Oh, I do need to poke in that tail. I better remember to do that because I always have a problem with the tail. That's usually the problem area in any of the turtles. So let me do that real quick. Maybe this one's not as bad. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, let's do some more deep water current. We're probably going to have to scrape. Yeah, let me get my scraper. Okay. Sorry if you can hear my laundry machine going. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's in the laundry room's right next to my studio. Okay, got that one. Perfect. Let's scrape the alcohol ink in here. Oh yeah, that's gonna do it, I think. Yeah, we are good. Okay. So everything else will get scraped into the drip mold. We'll get this cured up. The other ones are, oh man, I don't want that to, they're close to being cured because I did take a break in between. And then when everything's cured, we'll come back and we'll demold. Okay, we are ready to demold. We'll start with the extras. I'm excited to see these trays though. Very excited. So here is our 3D butterfly, which remember the mold has a hole, but luckily it did okay. I do need to order another one of these because I really like this butterfly. Oh, and it turned out really pretty. Look at the alcohol ink like around the edge. That's really cool looking. Oh, that's gorgeous. See, I got to get another one. I don't know. It did fine. Maybe I can patch it up. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And then, oh, and I meant to take the tape. I'll be right back. Okay, better. I cleaned the mold. I tried to clean this one. This one has some overpour, but oh, it should come off with the piece, and then I can just trim it off or peel it off. Oh, that's pretty. I love the sparkle shine. Very nice. And then we've got our little butterfly. Aw, that turned out cute. Let's put it under white. Just see if you can see it a little bit better. Very pretty. And then I'm excited to see our turtle. Oh, look at the turtle. So pretty. I gave a couple turtles to my nail lady yesterday. She was very excited. Okay. All right. So there were our little extras. They're so cute. So cute. Okay, let's start with this tray since we poured it first. This is that wave tray, I think they call it. Oh, wow, that's cool looking. Wow, that is neat. Look at that. Oh, those colors are amazing. Wow, that turned out really nice. What do you think? That's really cool looking. I don't even know if I don't know. Do I do anything with it as far as decorating, or do I just leave it? I don't know. Keep in mind, when I do bling it up, you can always leave it. Like, I just do it because I like it, but not everybody probably likes that. You know what I mean? So, but it is pretty. It is pretty. Yep, very pretty. All right. Here is the irregular shaped tray. Let me see if I can break this seal. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's sharp. Oh, give me a second. It's really stuck. Here we go. We're getting it. Wow. I thought this would be a really easy one to demold. It's just awkward. Okay. Now we should be good. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Let me get my mold back. Wow. That was harder than I thought it should have been. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. What a cool looking tray. Oh, wow. Look at the blue over here. That's pretty. That was the back. What do you think? That turned out really nice. Look at these trays. Oh, they're so cute. All right. Well, let me get some finishing work done, and then we'll be back for the final reveal. Okay, as I'm finishing these pieces, I did decide I am going to put a sticker. Now, you don't have to. Some people don't want to. That's fine, but I like it. So I'm going to put this fairy on this beautiful wave tray. And this was a sticker of just random roses. So I cut them out, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to lay them down, what I feel like would look good, you know? So I'm trying to figure that out. It does say collection roses, but I think I'm going to cut that off. Actually, I'm just going to do that now. I don't think I want that on there. I'll save it with, there's still some other leaves and pieces that I have from the bigger sheet, so I'll save it with that. But this one, and actually I think I'm going to cut like this. There we go. It'll probably go something more like that. And then I figure I'll put a piece there. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay them out. And then what I'll do is I'll remove them and place them down, which I've done several times, but I know I have some newer subscribers, so we'll go through part of the process here. I'll show you on this one. So this is a UV-DTF sticker. It has a backing and a topping. So when we do it, we'll remove the backing, place it down, and then you remove the topping, almost like a Cricut would be. I think this is also a UV-DTF sticker. I find it easier to cut around the piece, so I'll show you with this one. So I'm going to cut around this beautiful fairy. I don't know what that is. I'm going to cut that part off. Okay. She's going to be just like that. Let me set this one to the side. All right. And then I don't know what this piece is. I don't want it though. I don't know if it's a fallen flower or something, but I'm cutting that piece off. Okay. So this is what this is going to look like. So I am going to remove the fairy. Now what's helpful, where is my little, here we go, is one of these thingy bobbers. You can scrape it like this. This way you're gonna take the backing off and all of the stickers should remove and stay on the topping, but not always, but you're hoping it does. So we'll start and see what happens here. And it did. So everything is off the backing piece. That's what you want. So you got your sticker. This is the topping. So let me get situated and figure out kind of what I want the top of the tray to be. I think I want this to be the top. And then I like to kind of curl it up, kind of figure out where my center on the sticker is, and then the center on my tray. And then just push it down. I usually do start one side. I'll just smooth it down and then work my way over and smooth down the other side. Now I'm still holding part of the topping right here. If not, if you let go of all of it, you can do that and just use like a pokey tool, because you gotta peel it off, right? So whatever's easiest for you. But I still have part of it pulled up just to make it easier. And you just simply pull your topping off. Make sure your full sticker is adhered to your piece. If not, let's say one of the flowers didn't, you would push it back down and just rub some more on it. I hope you can see this okay. And there we go. Ah, she's beautiful. She looks perfect in there, I think. So there she is. And then we're going to do a little top coat just to completely seal her in. You don't have to, because the UV DTF sticker, I believe, is permanent. But I like to do a top coat, and usually I put a little crushed crystal in there. So yeah, that's what I typically do. But whatever works for you. So we'll do this one real quick. Again, I'm just kind of figuring out the placement. This one I pushed the whole thing down. I'm going to get them all placed, and then we'll come back and we'll pull the toppings off. So I'm just trying to figure out. I don't want to go too high up because I don't want my top coat. It's an awkward tray shape, right? So I can roll the resin around and get it up, but I don't want it like way up there, you know? So I'm just trying to figure out kind of where I want these pieces. I think I want this one right there. I want this one right there. I think you get the idea now. There we go. And now I just need to do this side and kind of position how I want these pieces. I think I want it more like that. Yeah. Okay. Whatever looks good to you. And again, yeah, cut your UVDT if you get the sheets of them. A lot of times they come in sheets. You can just cut it up to however it works for you and will fit, and you know what I mean? You don't have to use it fully as intended. A lot of times the sheets that I get are intended for like tumblers, you know, like cups, like they go around. So, but I use them for trays, you know, so you can use them in different ways, I guess is my point in telling you that. There we go. Now we need to get the toppings off. So we'll do that. Let me get this out of the way. So again, I just use like a pokey tool, but whatever tool you have. And then you just want to kind of get an area that you can get lifted. There we go. And just carefully pull it up. Just make sure it's all adhering. There's a leaf that was not adhering, so I'm going to push it back down, rub it down. There we go. And there we go. There's that one. And then I've got quite a few more, so I won't bore you with this, but we'll do one more together. Here we go. Get this one pulled up. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, I'll finish this. I'll get my resin mixed up, and then we'll come back to do the top coat. Okay, I got my resin. I'm using Let's Resin's tabletop. Part A, Part B. I've already mixed it for 6 minutes, but I am going to add a little, just a very little bit of crushed crystal because this stuff goes a long way. By the way, somebody mentioned about the gold crushed crystal. I can't find it. This is Unicone Art. I'll look again, but I couldn't find it on Amazon. Does anybody know where I can get that? Let me know if you know. I think Beth has it. Beth from Resin Mess Express. I could always ask her also. But anyway, I was just curious because that might be fun to use gold crushed crystal, you know, every once in a while. All right, so I'm going to scrape the bottom and the sides really, really good as I'm stirring in the crushed crystal. I know I always say this. I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I do not have a vacuum chamber. If you do, you could put this in your vacuum chamber to remove the bubbles. I have a bubble remover in high viscosity or real thick resin like this, which is the tabletop. It doesn't do well, at least in my bubble remover. It doesn't seem to do very well. So, but it's okay because we're going to pour a very thin layer and we should be able to get the bubbles out with a heat gun or a lighter or alcohol. So there is that information. Okay, I think we're doing good on scraping and getting the crushed crystal in. I think it looks good. All right, I'm gonna pull my stick out. Get that cleaned off real quick. All right, here we go. So we'll start with this tray. Just need a little bit. I'm gonna pour in the middle here. And I'm just getting this part of the tray, obviously the center part. So that is probably good. Get that wiped off. And then what I like to do is I'll pick the piece up. Hopefully you can see where the resin is. And it's a little bit of a slow process, but I like to just kind of move it around the bottom of the tray, you know, and kind of get it where I need to get it. And I find this works well. I may use a heat gun too, which will help you move the resin. And this tray's a little awkward just because of all the odd shape of it all, you know. So a little bit more challenging when top coating. But primarily I'm just getting this center area where the fairy and the flowers are, where the sticker is. I might need just a little bit more. Let me see how this goes. I'm just kind of watching it as it goes down. But I see like a big spot that doesn't have resin, so I may need a couple more little drops of resin to finish it up. Yeah, I think so. It's right there and over here. Hopefully that's good. Okay, looking good. I want to get her foot covered. I don't know. I know it's hard for you to kind of see, but again, I'm just moving, kind of rolling the resin around here. There we go. I'm kind of back to where I started. There we go. It looks pretty good. So I'm just going to let that sit. I do need to grab my lighter. So give me a second here. It was on my finishing table. I was doing some UV work the other night. Okay. So I'm going to take a lighter for now, but again, I think I might take my heat gun too, because that really helps get bubbles out and it'll move your resin around a little bit too. But this is working also. And you've got time. It's going to take some time for it to cure, so just, you know, it's okay. You can wait for some of those bubbles to pop, you know, come to the top. And you can use alcohol also, but just be careful. If you use alcohol, don't use your lighter right afterwards because you could start a fire and that would not be good. All right, so she's looking pretty. I'm going to move her and just kind of set her off to the side. Let me get my crushed crystal put back. Okay, and then we've got this really awkward tray. So I think I'm going to start over here. This one I think I'm definitely going to need the heat gun. And I'm just going to kind of go like this, knowing I got to get all this area covered and even up here. All right. And again, I am going to take it and just kind of move my resin around the best I can to coat mostly the bottom of this tray. But this one has a lot of, you know, curves and everything just because of the shape of it. So it's a little A little awkward, but it should work out. Cover up this rose over here and all these leaves and everything. There we go, nice. Yeah, I've got plenty of resin in there for this. As a matter of fact, do I have too much? Let me see. Let me take a better look. I'm gonna roll it around some more. Make sure I got everything I need to get covered. Kind of put it back down to all the sides again. Really getting in it a good coating, a good top coating. Yeah, this one, in my opinion, it's definitely more challenging than just a rectangle tray, you know, or just a plain circle tray, just because of all the shapes. But it's doable, and I find moving it around like that is easiest. At least for me, it is. So again, I'm going to take my lighter. Just going to start on one end and kind of work my way, going over everything. The crushed crystal also helps kind of hide any little bubbles too, because you see the little crushed crystal pieces, you know? So that's always helpful. Plus it gives it beautiful sparkle, right? Okay, I think it's looking pretty good. All right, well, we're gonna let this cure up. I'm gonna take the heat gun, which all you do, let me get my heat gun. It's in my cubby here. Is that that's not my heat gun. What is this? That's an old heat gun. Let me get my normal one. Here it is. It's gonna get loud for a minute, but you just take it and you can move the resin around and it'll help get rid of all these bubbles. So you just kind of go back and forth. I know that's loud, but that's all you do is just kind of go back and forth, moving the resin around, and the heat will pop the bubbles also. So I'm going to do that to both pieces, and then I'm just going to let these sit and naturally cure and finish them up, and then we'll be back for the final reveal. Okay, we are back for the final reveal. Yay. All right, so here's our beautiful turtle. She turned out so cute. We blinged her up with some beautiful diamond rhinestones. So what do you think about the turtle? And then we've got this really pretty small flower. I used gold rhinestones on that. So shiny and pretty. And I'll make sure and link in the description box where I got the molds. This is the 3D butterfly from Amazon, which I think I need to get a new mold, but it's still working. Because I don't know if you saw in one of my videos, I kind of poked a little tiny hole in it. But anyway, it still turned out. So it looks really good. I used, I think I used gold on that too. Either that or light pink. That might be light pink rhinestones. And then this one has gold, I think. Yeah, really pretty. All right. So for our fairy tray, look how pretty she turned out. All I did is I used light pink rhinestones just around this first wave, and I followed how the groove went on the trays. That's why it looks like that. So I think it turned out really pretty. What do you think? It's kind of a cool little tray, little trinket tray, you know, but I think she's really pretty, beautiful. And then for our rose tray, oh, look at the beautiful roses. They turned out gorgeous. And I took some small silver rhinestones or diamond, whatever they are, and went around the tray, just outlined it. And I think it turned out really beautiful. All right, everyone, I hope you stick around for the pictures. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you being here. Also, thank you to all my channel members. I appreciate your support so much. If you're interested, feel free to join my membership. I just have one level. I think it's $1.99 a month, and it's just to support my channel. You get a cute little badge color for when you leave comments. Anyway, all right, everyone, check out the links to the molds, and then also I have discount codes listed in my description box as well, and my email, as always, my email. My son's helping me work on building a store. We're not there yet, but for now, if you're interested in any of my demos or would like to place a custom order, just feel free to email me. All right, everyone, hope you have a wonderful day. All right, thank you. Bye.
I wanted to know what it's like to drive down Sunset Boulevard with you. And I just want to take one more bite of everything and every avenue. Like cold drinks, summer nights. Let's get a little too drunk. Are you down? I just got to know. Take a look at all shine lights.